nations, we also feel strong winds of change blowing from across Arabia to America with a new Tunisia and a new Middle East. Global economy nosediving, weather going crazy, 2000 year seems to be a happening year. But like every new year, this new year also demands optimism. And on this note, we will open the first session of our conference today. Our first session is based on human capital, the nucleus of corporate governance. Human capital is a valuable concept because it recognizes that people should be treated as assets rather than as factors of production. Nurturing and development of human capital is crucial to labor surplus countries, especially a country like ours, which are endowed with more labor due to high birth rate. This human resource can be successfully transformed into human capital by education, skill, and training, which will enhance our economic growth. Competition is fierce, change is fast. Any competitive edge gained by the introduction of technology will be short-lived. But competitive advantage that comes from human capital cannot be emulated. So we need to build our human capital. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to invite our session chair and speakers for the chairman, for this session. The chairman of the session is Mr. Tariq Said Sehgal. He's the chairman, Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group. Mr. Tariq Said Sehgal. Our speakers for this session are Mr. Nadeem Mustafa Khan. He's the Regional CEO of Health Services, Aga Khan University. And we have Mr. Kamran Rizvi, Director, Navitas. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our very powerful group here. Come on. Thank you. Now I'm going to invite Mr. Nadeem Mustafa Khan, who is the Regional CEO, Health Services Asia, and Coordinator, Continuous Quality Improvement at the Aga Khan University Hospital, Karachi. Mr. Khan did his BA from Peshawar University, where he secured a gold medal for obtaining the first position in the university, his BSc Honours degree from London School of Economics, and he's a chartered accountant by profession. Please welcome Mr. Nadeem Mustafa Khan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning. I'm here because my friend Abdur Rahim Surya commanded me that I must be coming here to the ICAP Golden Jubilee celebrations at the concluding. So I said, certainly, as a fellow chartered accountant, it is my duty and indeed a privilege to be here. I was also telling him that I'm generally earmarked for sessions after lunch so that I can put some spark into sleepy folks. But today there are a lot of empty seats, so I am not used to actually giving life to empty seats. But inshallah, we will try our best to make this as funny and happy and learning session as possible. I'm talking on human capital, and what I'll be talking about basically is to talk about change that, as Badia has just referred to, the year 2012 as the end of time. Interesting. Then I'll talk about the importance of human capital and how one can build talent and brand, and what is the ultimate brand, because that is what we will all strive for, the ultimate brand. And inshallah, we will conclude. I have been given 30 minutes to do my job, and I'll try to ensure that we remain within those 30 minutes. Okay, the world is ever changing, and here you can see we are in a confusing, complicated world. I certainly wouldn't like to be at the crossroads where this thing happens, because I wouldn't know where to go. But this is a reflection of the reality that we have today, because there is turmoil. There's turmoil in every field of activity. There is the natural turmoil, and that definitely is a sign of the end of time, when you will have more natural disasters. This is predicted in the Hadith, that there will be more earthquakes, more tsunamis, and here, Japan, such a steadfast nation, has been rocked by what happened last year in 2011, and they have been going through that nightmare even today. On one day, they were beset with an earthquake, a tsunami, and a radiation leak. 3 disasters all in one. Natural disasters. We have had our fair share. 2005. And then the floods. We have never had floods like this in our life in 2010. And repeated again in 2011. So these are natural disasters that are just coming. But they are not the only disasters or turmoil that is happening. There's political turmoil. Who could have ever predicted? I can tell you, it is unthinkable that people of the stature of Mubarak, Gaddafi, and such people would be wiped out if somebody had predicted at the beginning of 2011. But they are there no more. An Arab Spring, it's called. God only knows whether it is an Arab Spring or an Arab winter. But the fact is that politics is changing the whole landscape in the Middle East. And that is not the only area that is affected. Europe, going through extreme difficulties. I just think, as a student of history, we were told there were 4 powers in the world in the 19th century. Britain, France, the Austro-Prussians, and the Russians. And if you look at them today, frankly, I think it's a very bitter Europe right now. Very, very bitter. Each eating into the others, although they try to be the European community. And so politics, you will see a lot of turmoil. Social turmoil. With this, in this Arab so-called spring, the society is turning itself apart. And when the politics and the natural entries are not going to be right, the society is going to be affected. Economically,